Frederick TV, man. Who we here with?
Yo, my name's Evan. I live in Chicago. I make beats and I go by Postureless as a producer.
Man, tell the people how to find you, my guy.
It's at Postureless. Postureless. That's Postureless on Twitter, Instagram, Bandcamp, SoundCloud, whatever. You can find it on streaming too, Apple Music, whatever.
And the information is right here. Or here. Maybe here. Okay. So, how did you get into making beats and music in general?
So I'm a lifelong music lover. Always.
Boys and girls, children of all.
Soon after.
Should I just start talking again, or do you want to?
Okay, we're back. Small technical difficulty and interruption. So we back, and tell them how you got into music, bro. Once again.
Yeah. So, I've loved music my whole life. I grew up playing the drums, playing a little bit of piano, toying around with things a little bit, and always a heavy music listener. And just a couple years ago, picked up Ableton near the beginning of the pandemic. Needed to channel some energy somewhere, and very quickly fell in love with production and just continuing to have a lot of fun making music that ultimately just making music that I want to listen to. And yeah, that's kind of the inspiration.
What type of VSTs do you use? What's your favorite DAW?
So I use Ableton. Big shout out to my homie Ian Knows the Time, who has really dope producer, been producing for a really long time, and taught me how to use Ableton. And yeah, I definitely ride for Ableton. And also I think, to me, I don't use too many plugins. I don't rock with too much fancy gear either, but Serato Sample is very key to my workflow, just in terms of a really easy digital sampler that can do everything I need. I definitely recommend it to people.
If you could describe, if you put yourself in a genre, a lot of people don't consider themselves to have a particular genre. Mm-hmm. Some do. What is your style of music? What type of beats do you like to make?
Yeah, I mean, my style is really heavily sample based, and I think as opposed to giving myself a style, it's easier to just say lots of influences from soul music, jazz music, funk, music from all over the world, and it's so much of, listening is a big part of my process, because I need to find things that I want to use, and so a lot of making things is just listening closely and figuring out what I want to do with them. And yeah, I'm also I don't know, I just think sampling is the coolest thing in the world, and I think it's not respected as an art form in the way that it should be. And yeah.
What type of artists do you like to work with?
I like to work with people that I vibe with, both on a personal and sonic level, which like I don't know how to I don't know how to name that necessarily, but like yeah, I mean I like to work with people who like I have some sort of genuine relationship with, and that are like making art for the sake of art, and like yeah, I mean if there's no like certain style or whatever, but if I like what someone's doing, then I'm probably down.
Okay, here's a question that I normally ask people,
Yeah.
and I get a lot of different answers. You prefer to go to a big studio or in-house home studio?
I mean, I don't like. I work at home. I don't have a big studio. Maybe if I had one, that would be nice. But honestly, I don't need like. Yeah, I don't need too much gear. I think I just need like a nice tidy space with a good vibe to it. So I guess I would say home.
I definitely like a small space. Like I don't really necessarily. I mean, big studios is okay. It's like I guess you get a call and somebody's paying you to come and work with them or something. But like
Right.
me personally, I like being in an organic environment with people I know, or even if I don't know them, there's just a vibe there.
Right. Yeah. For sure.
Do you have YouTube information? SoundCloud, SoundClick, whatever you use, for the people to find you?
Yeah. So the I guess like kind of the main I've dropped a couple little beat tapes and things, but kind of the main project that I have out is this little EP called Liminal Pleasure that I put out last summer. It's got 2 songs featuring Def C and 2 songs featuring Crash Prez, and that's on all the streaming services, including YouTube. So if you just search Postureless, or you search like Postureless Liminal Pleasure, that'll come up. You can stream it from there. SoundCloud I kind of use to like, I don't know, I just have like some random things on there that are like more, I'll just throw anything on there, but that's the same. It's all Postureless. If you search Postureless on SoundCloud, YouTube, wherever, you'll find me.
Definitely. What are some of your influences?
It's a hard question because like I think I have a lot of really indirect influences that are like, stuff that I listen to that like doesn't translate in a very direct way necessarily, but it's definitely still there. But in terms of like I guess more direct influences, like people that are making things closer to where I'm at. I mean, a whole bunch of producers, of course, like the legends, Jay Dilla. Yeah, I mean, Dilla's a huge influence. Gosh, honestly, a lot of local Chicago people, like this producer Joshua Virtue, who's really dope. Green Slime, a whole bunch of like people in the indie scene. Quelle Chris, Overcast, Chris Keys. Oh gosh, there's so many more. I mean, like MF Doom. Yeah, I could like give you a whole list, but those are what's fresh on the brain.
Any projects coming out before the end of the year or the beginning of the year?
Yeah, I don't have an exact release date yet, but definitely I would say definitely before the end of the year or in the beginning of the year. I have this beat tape called In Shambles that's gonna be coming out. I sell some cassettes and hopefully like I want to put it out and like I want people to rap on those things, so I think that'll be fun to just like put it out in the world and see if people want to rock with some of them. And then I have some other collaborations in the works that like I don't know, hard to speak on because it's nothing definitive, but definitely more soon to come.
All right, y'all. This is my guy Postulus, and his information once again is gonna be right here, there, here, somewhere in here. But yeah, you got any shout outs?
Shout out to you. Thanks for doing this. It's been fun to chat, and I appreciate the platform.
I appreciate you, man. Be blessed in all that you do, and this will not be the last time y'all see this guy on Frederick TV. I promise you.